Thanks for joining This Week in Options for the week of February 3rd, 2025. We had a bit of a down week last week, about a percentage point, but hey, we've made some great readjustments and are set for this week coming forward and to make up some of those profits. So stick with us. We're going to talk about where we are in the S&P 500 year to date, what the different sectors look like. We're going to touch on interest rates as well as the economic news that is coming out this week and last week. And then we're going to jump into the live trades on the option trading platform. Before we get started, smash that like and subscribe button down below. And be sure and download the free options workshop in the link below. It talks about the main benefits of trading options over buying stocks. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at where we are right now in the S&P 500. We actually started the year at about 50. Actually, this is the 5 days. So let's just look at last week. And you can see we had a big drop on Monday. We were up here at 61.01 where we finished off last week. And we ended up over here at 6040 in the SPX. So we had a big drop on Monday and then made a small gain throughout the week, up and down, but ended up down about 1% from the start overall last week. And year to date, we are about 2.7% up still from where we started the year at 59.03. And here's that 2.7% year to date. Everything up except technology is actually down 0.75 of a point. And last week, going back, we had a down week. Energy was down big, 4%. Wow. And tech was down big, 3.5%. So we did get hurt a little bit. But hey, we just did some repositioning, and I'm confident in my long-term positions. So even when there's down weeks, it allows us to reposition and make that money right back, the following week or the following month, whatever it takes. But we're still up for the year pretty big. If we look at interest rates, we had the Fed come out, didn't change rates, so we're still at 4.25% to 4.5%. Next Fed talk will be in March, and don't expect any change. 83% no change. And then same with May, no change expected, 56%. And it's not until June that we may look at another quarter point cut. However, something that's interesting is there weren't any more cuts last week scheduled for the end of the year. But after the talk this week and the economy normalizing, there's a higher percentage chance that we're going to get another quarter point in October, a 33% chance versus 32% staying where we're at. So that's positive news, I think, for the market. And then last week, we didn't have too much in the economic reports. It was really on Friday that we had the PCE numbers come out, and they were, as expected, 2.6, and then corporate PCE 2.8. And right now, the fear and greed index is 46. So with that little bit of a drop last week, we had a little bit of a drop in the fear and greed index. So I'm actually a little bit more invested now. I think we're going to have a good week next week, but we shall see. By the way, if you'd like to receive the free options strategy trading guide, comment options guide down below, and I'll send you the link. Let's jump right into the trades. Apple is the first one that we've got on, and it's at 236 is the price that we've got Apple at. And you can see it's been having a slow move up. The RSI is just about in the middle. And again, just to let you know, the green is the 13-day moving average. The red line is the 50-day. And the 200 is the yellow. So we are above the 200. My target for Apple, and this is basically like a 1-year out target, is 255. So I expect to move up. So I'm long Apple. I've got March 230, 220 on right now in Apple. And let's move on. Airbnb. So a lot of earnings coming out this week. You can see I've got this set up on the Tasty Trade platform. Actually, use the link down below. There's a link to Tasty Trade, great option trading platform, and there's some benefits if you go through my link. And then I also use Moomoo, so there's a link for that as well with benefits. And Airbnb comes out on February 13th, so a couple of weeks away. But I love Airbnb long term. I just recently got back in it, but you can see it's been consolidating recently, and it's just below that 200-day. But I'm going to add another put spread on Monday, and the forward PE is 28, and they are leveraging AI technology very well. And they've got huge free cash flow. They've got like a 40% margin. Their fundamentals are great. If we look here, you can do this on the platform. Look at their annual revenue and net income growing, and their balance sheet assets and liability growing as well. But the big thing is, man, look at this 71% gross margin right here. Unbelievable. So I love their business. So I'm going to, prior to the 13th, actually Monday, I'm going to throw another one on. I've got it above the market right now, but the same 125, 115 put credit spread. And right now I could collect about 257. So one option contract controls 100 shares, so that's $257. But you can see we're profitable all the way down here below the 125, but above that we keep the max profit. So I've already got 257 right here in extrinsic on the current trade, and we're looking to collect another 257. So as long as it stays above that, we make over $500 in the next 19 days. Not bad. Affirm. So this is one that I started trading recently as well, and it's done pretty good just since I've been trading in the last 30 days. $173 that we've made just doing a put spread. I'm looking at now, because we did have a move up to 61 and profited on that. I'm going to throw on the call spread on the other side to make it an iron condor. And let me show you why. Because my target is 65. And if you look up here, there's resistance at 70. So I'm going to put that call spread up here at resistance. And we've already had a bit of a move up. So RSI is about in the middle right now. But that's what I'm looking to do. Let me know in the comments if you're trading Affirm. AI, obviously big AI stock. 226 is earnings, so coming out this month. And my target, there's resistance at 44. My target is 50. I'll move that over here. So I like this long term, and we've got two leaps on and one call at 34 against it, and some extrinsic. So any big move up, I'll sell another short call on this poor man's covered call. Applied Materials, same situation. So a lot of these tech stocks got hit, so I'm a little bit long now. 180, 170 put credit spread in Applied Materials, and my target's 240. I like to put a line with my target. Sometimes I'll put resistance, and then I like to have the RSI and then look at the 1 year chart. So that's what I like to look at, because I'm typically trading 30 to 45 days out, or with leaps I'm going out a year, typically, or 9 months to a little over a year. AMD has been down. My target's much higher. They've got earnings next week, so this should be interesting. But I've got two calls against my two leaps at 125, so I can take a big $10 up move and still keep the premium. There's $640 left in these two calls to collect. And then I'm also long on the 115, 105 put spread and 120, 105 put spread in March. And it's just been way down, and RSI is down, but my target is like 200. It's way higher than where it's at right now for AMD. So there's going to be a big move up in AMD at some point. It's just a matter of when. Amazon, 225, 245, 255, $10 wide iron condor in Amazon. So you can see that profit zone. This is what I like about the platform as well, is you can see the profit zone in green. So if you're visual like I am, you can see the curve mode and analysis you have clicked, and you can see this. And we're on the trade page and curve mode, and then you can go back to the table or the curve. But Amazon, February 6th, so they've got earnings next week as well. My target's 250, so I've got my calls up here and my puts below. 245 and 225 is my short strike on the put. So I'm right in the middle of the range in Amazon, and IVR is 62. So we like to sell premium when IVR is high, and it'll drop quite a bit after earnings. But the king, and obviously long term, Amazon's going to do well in the near future or long term. Avago, I like these guys as an AI play. Custom ASICs. This is Broadcom. And I'm actually looking, even though I'm long, I'm looking to throw on the call spread and collect another buck just because it's had a move up. We're at 215, or we're at 221 and 71. This is going to be before earnings on 3/6. So I've got this set up with IVR, earnings, and I just sort alphabetically. And you can see the day change. And then this is the 5-day IVR change. So you can see right here, AI has moved up 21%. So their IVR has moved up pretty recently over the last 5 days. But when you're selling premium and you see a big move up like this, 13% in the last 5 days in IVR, that tells you it's pretty good time to sell premium. So I'm going to sell the call spread, 245, 255, and you can see my target's 240. So it's above my target. So I love that. And there's resistance right there as well, right about 245. So I don't mind throwing on the call spread and collecting another $126. I've got that set for Monday above the market to remind me. CEG. So this one's moved quite a bit with the announcement of that the Seek, the Chinese company, and I had a feeling, that when that comes out, and then there was a big drop in all the AI semi stocks and CEG as well, that at some point it's going to come back, and it already has, and now that's kind of blown over, and we're at 381 IVR. So I still think, because we're going to need energy to power the data centers. If there's less chips, less energy needed because of the software, that's fine. They're still going to be needed. I think AMD and NVIDIA chips are all sold out anyway throughout the year. They can't produce enough of them. So they're always going to need energy, I think, with this AI boom going forward. So with the big IVR, I'm looking to put on an iron condor, and we're right in the middle of it. If you look on the curve mode, and quite a bit, $350 in extrinsic that we can collect in the next 19 days, as long as it stays. And earnings is 225, so this is before earnings. So there's some great setups for trades right now. If you take a look at these, I think we're going to have a big move and big gains in the next couple of weeks. Coin, I'm long coin. It's at 291. My target for coin is 350, so much higher. We're trending up lately, and lots of extrinsic, 781. I've got 3 tranches, one at 12 days at February 14th, and then 2 more in 19 days. And if for some reason it did move back, I would just roll out to March, or roll out and collect more premium. At some point, I'm confident it's going to go up. CRM, Salesforce, they've got earnings 226 coming out. I'm long Salesforce. However, 341, it looks like I'm looking to put one in February on at 360, because we're down testing my put at 340. I'm going to throw this on, collect $146 at 360, because I have a feeling, there's resistance at 360. So, and we've got a big $20 move, and it's before earnings that I'm looking to put that on. It's got to move up $20 in the next 19 days before earnings. I don't think it's going to. So that's where I'm throwing on the call spread, or the call as well. But long term for March, I'm long at the 330, 320. So after earnings, I'm hoping it'll be good and it'll move up. Dell, I'm long Dell. I've got 2 leaps and I've sold 2 calls against it. And my target for Dell, yeah, it's down here at support and a 150 target. So I like Dell long term. It kind of got hit by that AI deal as well. What is the name of the company that came out? The Seek. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. DraftKings done really well. Oh, you know what? I haven't been showing how well we've been doing in a lot of these. Wow. But let's just show a couple of them. But Avago, just in the last 30 days, guys, $436. We've done pretty well. Let's see what else we've got. We've made pretty good money in most of them. Coin, I think we've done pretty well. Yeah, 911 in the last 30 days. Really well on coin. And then, all right. So DraftKings is one I know we've done well over the year. I think it's down right now in the last 30 days, but over the year we've made almost $4,000. So done really well in DraftKings, and that's basically just with a leaps and a poor man's covered call, selling a call against it. It's been pretty consistent. FCX, Freeport McMoran. I put this on. I did a leaps and a poor man's covered call last week, and I'm looking to add another one. And the reason why is it's down so far. And you can see that RSI is way down at the bottom as well. The target, my target for Freeport is 48. And I think the economy is doing well. And we're going to have copper and to build new infrastructure going forward. And I'm going to put a poor man's covered call, another one on Monday. It's a low price stock, so you can get the leaps pretty inexpensively. And then gold, I'm looking, gold we've done pretty well in. I think in the last 60 days, yeah, we made $408. So $400 in 60 days. And I'm going to look to throw on another iron condor right in the middle between my, it's trading at 258. So basically, and I'm putting on the 245 and the 265. And it's a little bit high, but there's support at 245. And it's been trending up, but hey, I'm hoping it consolidates and trades in a range right here. All right. Google, 190, 215 iron condor. Earnings next week. Interesting. And we're at 200. So we're kind of right in the middle of that range. We'll see how that goes. If it gets hit, I'll probably, either way, I'll probably just either take it off if IV drops big. We're at 57 right now, so there'll be a crush after earnings next week. And then we can take it off for a winner if we're in between there. If not, then we roll and readjust and recenter the strikes in March. Honeywell, 2.6 next week. I've got all kinds of iron condors on. Oh, and it looks like I'm looking to move. You can see buy to open, buy to close, sell to close. So I've got this set up to roll my close. So I've got a 250, 260. So these two, I'm going to roll these down to the 240, 255. So I'm going to roll down and go out $15 wide, but my short strike will be at 240, and I'm going to collect basically $100, $97 for doing that. So it's basically just taking one of these further out the spread out here and rolling it down a little. And Honeywell, I don't think Honeywell is such a big company. I don't think that the stock moves a lot. I recently started trading it, but it's done pretty well. I think in the last 30 days, we've been $217. So we've been profitable. But I've got quite a bit on right now in extrinsic, $454, as long as it stays between our strikes here after earnings. IonQ, we've done really well in IonQ as well, and I'm looking at Throwing on another iron condor. IVR is high at 70. It seems to be trading in that range between 30 and 45. There's resistance and support, so I like it just staying in that range with the high IVR. And this is one of the quantum computing stocks. So L3 and Lockheed Martin, both huge defense prime contractors, and I'm long put spreads. We've gone over this before, and they're both way below. They've been hit basically due to the UAV, I think, because the spending is going to go into defense. So I think it's just a matter of time. Lam Research, semiconductor manufacturing equipment, I think one of the best. Jim Cramer talks about it all the time on Mad Money. That's why I took a look at it. But in looking at it, I do my own homework and it looked great to me as well. We've made $217 in the last 30 days, so done pretty well in Lam, and I'm looking at putting, it looks like just adding a put spread at 80, and no earnings coming out, and they're down here. We've got the moving averages getting ready to go up and cross the 200. My target's 110, so much higher. So I'm going to put another one on, just kind of solidify my position there. I like to trade 3 tranches, so 3 spreads, 3 iron condors, 3 leaps, poor man's covered calls. So, and it's nice on big up days. I'll take 1 off. If I've got 3 on, I'll take 2 off. And then on big down days, if I've got 1 on, I'll add another one. So I kind of work it that way. Mara, we've got 2 calls against 3 leaps. So this is a perfect example of what I was just talking about. A big update, I can add another call, short call against it and collect premium. And then on big down day, actually right now, I've already got 3 leaps on, so I wouldn't add any more. But I think Mara is going to do good long term, and you can see it's kind of consolidating. I expect to move up from here. They've got earnings 226. Meta. What's Meta doing? Meta's at 689. IV rank came in, but we've got quite a bit on, and looks like to put another one on, but no earnings, and you can go really wide. 645, 730 on that. So yeah, and that's at the top end of the range, and there's support down here. So I'm looking to add another one, and we've already got $600 in extrinsic left. I've got 1 tranche in February, 1 in March, so I'm going to add another one in February, short term. Marvell, I'm going to add the call side on, probably because we're profitable and had a move up in Marvell. What am I looking at? There we go. Yeah, we had a bit of a move up. So now I'm going to throw on the call, and we've got support or resistance at 130. So I'm throwing that on. Yeah, right at resistance, 130. I'm going to collect another couple $100, $194. And this is the next, I'm going out to March. So this is after earnings. So little risk there, but hey, it's only 1 tranche on both sides. So, and I may readjust as earnings approaches anyway. Microsoft, I've got 3 put spreads on. So it's had a move down, 415, had earnings, and they beat on top and bottom lines, and their cloud revenue increased. But it dropped because it didn't increase, I think, as fast as the quarter earlier. It's crazy. But to me, Microsoft is a huge buy right now. There's support, so I'm long. I should have my max on here. Yeah, I've got 3 tranches on right now, 1 in February, 415. If that goes down further, I'll just roll out to March. MicroStrategies, I know we've done well in MicroStrategies in the last, we took a little bit of a hit last week, but we're still in the last 30 days, we've made $600. I've got 2 tranches on. Any down move next week, I'll throw on another, because my target's 500, and we're consolidating here. We're at 334, so I look for a move up from here. Micron. Okay, I'm gonna drink my iced coffee. All right, we've got 3 calls against the leaps, and wow. Okay, so look at this. Interesting, but on those 3 calls right here, we've got $647 in extrinsic, as long as it stays below the 96 and the 97s in the next 19 days. So we make money if it stays. That will all come in, that extrinsic. And then at the same time, if there's a move up and it tests, then we make money on the leap. So we make money either way. And then I'm in March with my 185, but again, I'm confident because we're consolidating. We've got support. RSI's down, and my target's 160. So it's just a matter of time. They're going to need the data, the storage, the RAM. Micron's perfect for AI, so memory and storage, and high bandwidth memory. So long-term, Micron is one of my I'm most bullish on, even though it hasn't performed in the last couple months, but it will. NVIDIA, another one. It's been down. I'm long. I should have my Mac. Yeah, I've got 3 leaps and calls against it. Same situation. I'm super bullish. 170 is my target. We're right now at the 200-day moving average. I think this is a ideal time. I'm glad I've got my Max on. Palo Alto Networks. Let's see. Palo Alto Networks, I think in the last 60 days we made a little bit of money. Yeah, 243. So we've done pretty well. But 175, my target's 210. We're profitable in the green here. So we're in good position. They've got earnings coming out 218. And again, my target's much higher, so I'm long. I've only got 1 tranche on. Yeah, I'll have to look and see prior to earnings if I'm going to add another one, depending on if any big move down, I probably will. Palantir, we've got a call against 2 of my 2 calls. Okay, so we've got one February 7th. They're both post earnings, but at least, and this is 3. And it can move up $8 in the next 5 days, and we collect close to $300. And this one we've got 193. At 95, we've got $275 in extrinsic that will collect as long as it stays below the 95. And then any move up on the leaps, we make money. But we've done really well in Palantir, and last 30 days, yeah, we made $1,439 just in the last 30 days trading Palantir. So Palantir has been very good to us. PayPal, and what is my target for Palantir? 100, and it's at 80. But look at that, IVR is 90, so good time to sell premium. Even an iron condor with earnings would probably be a good move. I might have to look. Oh, well, that's Monday after the bell, so I could look at it Monday, see what happens. Poor man's covered call in PayPal. I'm long PayPal. I'm going to try to pick it up here to 95. So we're up at that upper end of the range. Rigetti, we've done pretty well in, I think, last 30 days, $910. So really well. Big down move. It's quantum computing. I just do leaps and sell the calls against it. Rivian, I like Rivian long term. Same situation. Poor man's covered call, leaps. Raytheon, I put this on recently, 130. They had earnings that came out last week, and they beat. There was a move up. But another defense, I think there's going to be more defense spending. 145 is my target. So I am long Raytheon with a put spread at 130. Actually, a little bit got hit after earnings. It moved up, and then I bought, and then it moved down, and that's why I'm down. But long term, I'm not worried about Raytheon. If it dropped more, I would sell another put spread. Super micro, I'm going to be hit by the China tariffs, it looks like. But I've just got one tranche on. If China situation gets better, then this stock would move much higher. Target would be much higher. It's going to be needed for data centers. SoFi. I've got 2 calls against 6, 7, 8 leaps in SoFi. So again, big down moves, I'll buy leaps. But we've done really well, I think, in SoFi, probably one of the better ones. But yeah, just in the last 30 days, we've made $2,300. And let's see, just for the fun of it, let's see, in the last 6 months, yeah, we've made $5,227. So not too bad. But SoFi, I'm definitely long. Target's much higher. What is my target for SoFi? Way up there, 30. Oops. I see a double from here. I think, I think earnings already came out. Interesting. Okay. All right, we're getting through this. Let's see. Sound. 3 poor man's covered calls in Sound right now on. I think we've done okay. $60. Nothing to write home about, but I think huge AI play. Spotify, I'm looking at this because look at the IVR, 93, and do they have earnings? Let's see. Spotify, crazy IVR, and when is earnings in Spotify? 2/4. Yeah, so they've got earnings. So next week, Tuesday. And 470, 630, and we're at 548. So look at the huge range that it can move. 470 to 630. So that is 470 right here, way up. So I saw such a big, huge range and high IVR that, hey, I'll throw on an iron condor. If it moves one way or the other, I'll just recenter and roll to March. But good chance to make good money. It looks like $300 in the next 19 days. Tempest AI, healthcare AI stock. So 2 great sectors. I've got a leaps on in Tempest and just recently started trading it, and it's done pretty good. I think we've only been trading it less than 30 days, but yeah, $518. So in 30 days, so pretty good. And then we've got Tesla, and we've got 3 tranches max on right here, and we're right in the middle. So I like Tesla trading within a range. Earnings came out, and we're at the bottom end of the range, but that's okay. I like Elon Musk long term. He's a good visionary. Uber, let's see, 65, and then 70 are my short strikes. I've got the call is against my leaps at 60, and then we've got a put spread on as well, but I'm long Uber. They've got earnings next week as well. And then Ulta, we've got 410, 400 put credit spread, and we're trading at 412. So big Buffett stock. I like it long term. UNH, we're in March, 530. I like it as well. Long. Target 630. So you can see I keep my long-term plans in mind with this. Upstart 64, and my target's 80, so I like it long term. I've got the poor man's covered call on up to 75, so I can have a $10 move up, and we're going to collect $415, huge extrinsic there in on the short call. But it is an expensive leaps. It's a couple grand. Visa, 330, 355 are my short strikes. We're right in the middle on an iron condor, and target 340. So we're right in the middle on right where my target is. So I think it's fairly priced right now. Viasat, I'm long with a couple of leaps, and XYZ Square, formerly block or formerly square, then block, now ticker symbol XYZ. And I've got 2 leaps and 2 calls against it, and we've got earnings coming on 220. All right, guys, that's it for this week in options. Be sure and download the free options workshop in the link below. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know, what are you trading this week? Do you have any great trades that can make us a lot of money? Let us know in the comments below. Ask a question as well. I answer every one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.